All right, my Keys Time Online family, goodness of God, we're talking about another great song. We're in the key of A flat, a little different key than what we sometimes play in, but that's okay. We have all the tools and formulas necessary to play in any key, right? So let's dive right into the song. If you're looking at your lead sheet, let's go over everything that we see and what's the common denominator that we're going to probably see in a lot of these contemporary Christian music songs, and that is the suspended chords. So we're going to see that again. Let's just mark some of these out. We're going to go right here. Look at that suspended chord, right off the bat. All right, no worries, no problem. We know how to play our A flat chord, and this is the introduction. So we're just going to remember 1 and 5 in our left hand. That's very popular, very common. Learn your 1 and 5s. But we have a regular A major chord, and what the suspended chord they're going to do is the 4. All right, not the suspended 2, not that. We're going to go here, and all you have to do is just move your middle finger up from the C to the C sharp or D flat. All right, since we're in the key of A flat. All right. So the beginning, we're just right here. It's right here. This is the rhythm we're going to add. Remember, we have the chords. The progression is from A to A flat sus. Now let's add the rhythm. So what I'm doing at the end is I'm playing the A sus and the E flat. So I'm going 1, 2, 3, then lick. 2, 3, 2, 3. And I might hit it before too. So 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. All right, so practice on that, but don't also practice having a little feel with it. You don't want to go. Have some feel, some grace, some integrity when you're playing, right? So dynamic. Some notes are louder than others. You feel that, right? All right. I love you, Lord. And we're starting with the A flat in the middle. Even though the intro we're going to play this way, technically we are playing an A flat in the middle. If you take off this E flat, you have an A flat in the middle. All right, so let's just convert after we play the intro. You have a pause, so you have time to switch to your fingers. I love you, Lord. A flat in the middle. All right. And we're transitioning to a D flat. So all we have to do is pivot. And your mercy. Right here. Back to the A flat. This is an A flat on top. A D flat on top, which still has my A flat in it too. So remember, on a lot of these chords, when I transition, I'm really keeping that middle finger kind of locked, and that's kind of my pivot finger. That's on a lot of these chords. So going from the A flat to the D flat, I'm just doing a little pivot. All right. So the 1 to the 4 right here. So I love you, Lord. 1, 2, 3, 4. D flat, back to A flat. All right, let's do that again. I love you, Lord. And your mercy never failed me. Now, from here, I want to walk down. Let's make sure we write notes too so we don't forget. So we have our A flat in the middle here. And That was a D flat on top. So I'm gonna go with middle, top, and bottom notes this time. Remember, I'm reversing the lingo on you. We have lingo on other songs, so to make sure to keep you sharp, I'm gonna go with middle, top, and bottom. All right, on this one. So after we go that, we're gonna now walk down. I want to get to my F sharp. That is the main thing. That E flat over G, that is nothing more than just a passing chord. That's all that is right there. That E flat over G. Okay. So even if we took that out, the song would still be fine. So if I played it without that E flat over G, I love you, Lord, and your mercy never fails me all my days. You see what I'm saying? But what it's doing is giving me a walk down, just a little bit more color and a passing tone to get to that F sharp. So it'll sound like this. I love you, Lord. Oh, your mercy never fails me all my days. It's just a quick passing chord, all right? So what I'm doing right there, let me clear this out so we can see. What I'm doing is going from my A flat, that's an E flat on bottom, there's my E flat, and just a G in my bass. So I'm going, that's what my left hand is doing. I love you, Lord, and your mercy never fails me all my days. All right, so when I walk down, just play that E flat, and then to a regular F minor on bottom. Let's just do that transition right there. From the A flat to the E flat over G to F minor. 2, ready, play. 2, ready, play. Again, ready, play. One more time, ready and play. And all right, so anytime I'm having trouble or trying to work on a certain passing chord, I'll just break that little section down and do it over and over and over until I feel comfortable. Okay, so if we start after that, all my days, now we're going to the D flat, and that's going to be a D flat on top. So let's write that in. Your D flat on top again, which we've already played that note. Here we go. All right. Get my red right. And then we're going back to the E flat on top. Okay. And remember, my F minor is a F minor on bottom. Okay. Now, if you need to write all this in, do it a little bit more cleaner than I am, but this will help me get through the song. All right, so let's start back from the top of the verse together. Let's see how much we have. Ready? 1, 2, play. I love you, Lord. D flat on top, and your mercy never fails me. Let's walk down to the D flat on top, to the E flat on top, right? You get all of that? Let's do it one more time together. I'll slow it down for you. It's a lot of moving pieces in there, but when you play it correctly, it sounds great. All right, one more time. 1, 2, 3. I love you, Lord, and your mercy never fails me. Walk down. All my days I've been held in your hands. Now it just goes back to the F minor. You don't have to wake up. All right. Held in your hands. Let's just go back to the F minor on bottom. So let's put that there, F minor on bottom. You don't have to wake up. Back to the D flat on top. And then we do that same walk down again. Lay it in your hands. Oh, I will sing back to the D flat on top, E flat on top of God. Actually, let's go. After the walk down, the last walk down, and lay it in your hands. I will sing. So let's do a D flat on top right there. Let me write that in. But then let's go to a E flat on bottom. Let's switch it up. Switch it up. We gotta do the switch up. And then we go to a A flat on top. Okay. And the way I did it that way, it's because it's going to give us a little bit to let the listener know that we're ending something. And what are we ending? We're ending the verse. So after I walk down, oh, I will sing for the goodness of God. That sounds more of an ending, right? Or than this, right? And then I will sing for the goodness of God. See, that really doesn't sound too much like an ending then. I like that ending better. Okay? So let's put all of this together. Verse 1, goodness of God. You ready? 1, 2, and play. I love you, Lord. For your mercy never fails me. Walk down. All my days I've held in your. Back to the F minor. You don't have to. D flat. Let's go to the walk down again. A flat, F minor. I will sing. E flat on bottom this time. Of God. And right at the end, they do that infamous sus chord again, right? And that is my A sus4. So if you just want to add in, which by now I don't even know how, it should be automatic. We don't even need to add in our sus's no more, right? But if you want to, we're going to add in an A4 or an A suspended 4 at the end, okay? So let's go even back now to our introduction. We're going to play our intro a few times and then go into our verse, all right? So 1, 2, ready, play, and one more time. Here we go to the verse. I love you, Lord, for your mercy, and your mercy never fails me. Walk down. All my days. D flat. Into the E flat. Back to the F minor. You don't have to wake up. Walk down again. Walk down to the F minor. I will D flat. E flat on bottom of God. Sus. Let's do it again. I love you, Lord. I'm going to do a little bit more rhythm. And your mercy never fails. And I can't endure. And you don't have to wait. Back to D flat. Here comes the walk down. I will sing for the goodness of God. Sus chord. All right. Very, very cool. Hopefully you got all of that. No worries if you haven't. You have as much time as you need. Just pause the tape, rewind it, take your time. Make sure you get these transitions, and most importantly, make sure you get that walk down. All right, because that is going to come back up again. All right, but whenever you're ready, meet me on part 2 and we'll go over the chorus. All right, great job.